Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on Palantir just 8 days ago, to be precise on January 11th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $177.49. And at this point, my main assumption was that we are forming this C wave on a slightly bigger scale. It is the retracement wave from the very top of its price action, and we were internally potentially in the third wave that should land first of all at $167.93. And guys, take a look right here. Right after I made my previous video, this asset had a very substantial movement to the downside, and on Friday's session it didn't hit $166.8 mark. But guys, at the overnight session you can see that it is at $166.64, which means, guys, it is exactly at this level that I predicted in my previous video. This is another evidence of the power of technical analysis, and if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to receive this type of calls to action on a consistent basis with a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee offer, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my safe haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So, and let's begin with the news itself. What was the reason of this substantial sell-off? To be honest, it is very difficult to realize what was the reason of this sell-off, and from the technical standpoint, I can clearly tell you that, well, it is just the nature of its price action, of the general price action according to Elliott wave theory. But in the medium-term perspective and in the long-term perspective, we are about to see its major catalyst. And I'm talking about, first of all, I'm talking about the earnings report that they will disclose on February the 2nd of this year, basically within just a couple of weeks. And this might be the pivotal point for Palantir, or it might be another quite harsh, well, substantial, I would say, movement to the downside if the results are not staying in line with the expectations of the market. On top of that, guys, I want to pay attention to several interesting details. Arnie Tracy, one of the long-term bulls on Palantir, and he holds a lot of Palantir stocks in his portfolio, published this chart, and he wrote, "Every SaaS says AI, only Palantir delivers." And here is the one-year revenue growth, and it is the chart of several competitors: Salesforce, SAP, ServiceNow, Snowflake, and Palantir. And you can see all of them are below 30% threshold, but Palantir alone delivered 63% of its revenue growth. Definitely, it is a very good sign and a very good explanation why Palantir has extremely high valuations if we take a look at its financials and overview statements, you can see that its price to earnings ratio is a mind-boggling 414.1. And well, I would say that this is the result of its previous and current policy, that this asset is growing hard and it has a very huge market and it has a very high room to grow. So let's take a look at the list of institutional investors. Despite the fact that Palantir is in some kind of consolidation phase, basically from the very beginning of November, when it established its all-time high at $220, and since then this asset lost to this lowest point about 32% of its value, then it gained back about 33%. And guys, by the way, I predicted this top again to the tick because it was a very good level of resistance. If I pull Fibonacci retracement tool from this top to this bottom, you can see that this top was exactly the golden pocket range, statistically the most probable range of trend reversal. And since then, this asset is forming its movements to the downside. And if on today's session or tomorrow's session it breaks $166, potentially we might see the retest of this bottom. But first of all, let me pay your attention to the list of institutional investors. And from the fundamental standpoint, if we take a look at this chart, the list of institutional investors who want to hold Palantir in their investment portfolios, you can see that despite the consolidation phase, the number of stocks which belongs to institutional investors is still at all-time high level. And we don't have any signs of its weakness. We can see just some kind of plateau of this number. And if we take a look at the most recent activity on this list, it is the so-called smart money investors list. Several most recent filings are red filings, which means these companies closed their position entirely. But if we take a look in general for the month of January, you can see that in the majority of cases we have an improving position and we have several new positions, and which means, guys, well, to be honest, we have a very good bullish pressure from the so-called smart money investors list. That is why in the medium-term perspective, I expect that this asset should have some kind of movement to the downside. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, we know that for now Palantir is at the level of $166 or $167, and this is the crucial level of 0.382 fib level, and we might see the reaction out of this level. But to be honest, this arrow that I drew in my previous video is still in play, and if this asset breaks this $167 mark, we might see the retest of $150 mark, which by itself is a round number, and this might be another point of control from which this asset might have a trend reversal, at least a short-term trend reversal. But definitely we have to rely not only on the price targets itself, but we have to identify the waves and the structure of these waves. And if we will form a very substantial and harsh movement to the downside for the upcoming week, definitely it will be an internal third wave. Then we have to see this bounce to the upside to complete its fourth wave, and then another leg to the downside that potentially might land somewhere around $120 mark. And well, it is what it is, guys. I don't want to predict the future. I just see the charts and I react to the charts based on its previous movements. And for now, I see this as my primary count, but we also have a bullish count. And if today's session will be very bullish for Palantir, if it holds, if the level of $167 holds, and if it has a movement to the upside that will retest $180 and $188, And if it breaks this level, guys, the bear count will be, well, I don't want to tell you that it will be eliminated, but the likelihood of its movement to the downside will not be so prominent. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.